Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you from Westlake Village, California. It's bright, it's early, and let's take a look at Bitcoin. Well, we're sitting right between the boxes of, or cresting upon the box of peace and prosperity and death and despair. Yes, above the box is good, below the box is bad. More importantly, this box down here, bad down here, good up here. And yes, we did have a monthly close, but I want to bring our attention as we've been speaking about this. And I do think there is maybe one more chance of a little bounce here, but several drives of that bearish divergence. That is it hidden bearish or hidden bullish? I believe it is hidden bearish divergence. Price is making lower highs and the RSI is making higher highs. In between these points right here. Yes. So two drives, 1-2 gets you a shot, to the 21 or to the middle of the range. Does it stop there is the question. And volatility is just beginning to turn up as the stochastics are pointed down quite swiftly to the downside. We did talk about that signature on the daily time frame. If we did leave the critical zone, likely that was going to be a good warning sign right there on that tick that likely we're going to get some more downside pressure. And we did say there was a chance that she stayed above in the more critical zone and perhaps swung back around, but it did not happen. It did not happen. In fact, rejecting the bullish control zone. Now we're at the midway line, the midway point, interestingly enough, is a point where we could bounce from, but if we gain acceptance below there, warning, and below here, the bearish control zone on the daily time frame. If we get in that zone, well, it's could be lights out CSI and IRA. August, it does tend to be I think, bearish month. I think it closes negatively, somewhere around the tune of negative 14% on average. Where would that take us from where we're at today? Well, 14%. That would take us right back to the bottom side of the range here, and essentially it would be a massive backfill. We have been ranging at the monthly highs and now gaining acceptance above the monthly range high. Well, for the 5th month in a row, closing above the all-time high. So that is another bullish sign there. Checking out the, wow, there is a nice sell signal here. Well, it's not a perfect sell, but that is a sell. Additionally, this is the one we do not want to leave the critical zone here. We want this to flip back up this month. 71,248 is the number. If we do see that, very likely bull market re-engaged. And I would say it is engaged, and this is just a short-term pullback. We have already gone over the hash ribbons indicator, which fired off back here, indicating that this should be the macro low, per the halving cycle. We've been consolidating for about 130 days, and volatility is now at the lowest level we have ever seen. To put that in perspective, I'll pull up my secondary chart and show you the good old Bollinger Bands, which measure volatility. There they are. There they are, beautiful and bright and center, and actually closing below here. So very likely gets a bit of a backfill. If we do not close back above the median, well, the target down is 60,100. That is the bottom side Challenger band. We have now closed below the daily Trollinger band. That's the one in the middle. That is the one in the middle. And additionally, I want to also, so bearish divergence, target down, middle of the range, two drives. Now, do we get a third drive? That's what I was hoping for, a wick up into this area at 7187. 7187, there's a chance of that. But 3 red days in a row. Probably going to get a 4th day red in a row. Thursday coming in tomorrow, coming in hot. First day of the month, might as well look at those monthly stokes. But here's the one I wanted to bring our attention. Is it, as they say, no, it is not the tightest it's ever been. It was tight back here. That was the tightness, and it was very, very tight back here. So don't want to take out last week's low. That would give us a free pass, probably down to at least 60,000, not 60,900. So as people are getting very, very bullish, well, that may be the time to get bearish. As what did Jerome, good old Jerome Powell, say today? I don't quite remember, but I heard it was medium spicy. Apparently, he was more like, you know, hey, we want to depend on the data. We want to be confident before we cut rates. He would not commit to a rate cut, but did say that inflation was continuing to come down, and you know they also emphasized concern on the jobs market. So today, for the month, for the year, what's leading the way? Bonk, Whiff, OM, Brett, Bitcoin, and Pepe. So the meme coins are continuing to, you know, outperform. You've got one of the standouts here, 4,890. I wish we had some of that OM coin. OMG, that would be nice. All right, Pepe, Brett, Bonk, Whiff, Bitcoin. Again, why we've been taking a look at some of these meme coins. And I do have a bit of a short in on Mr. Brett at the moment, which is, this is not the monthly chart. This is the weekly chart. How's the day looking? The day closing below the bottom side shoulder band and giving us that inkling that, hey, maybe we tapped the bottom side shoulder band or Bollinger Band down here, giving us a third day of red. So you might get that last buy the dip opportunity. That's what I've been talking about all week long, is that perhaps we get one last buy in this green box. A peace and prosperity and death and despair. Don't want to see any closures below the box. More specifically, any kind of a daily closure back below 53,000. You know, would do it for me. And then we're going to be looking at probably a deeper, you know, at least 50,000 bucks from there. But we'll judge it from there. And that is not my bias right now. My bias is to the upside, not to the downside. All right. Now that we did that, Bitcoin dominance, taking a leg down, giving altcoins a little room to breathe, a little room to breathe. Let's put back on the regular chart here, and little bot slave, get to work. Yes, indeed. So we did tap the 50% one more time. To me, I want to get rid of the wedge, no, I'm going to keep the wedge. I'm going to keep the wedge? No. I'm going to redraw the wedge. There we go. And yeah, pretty much look at that 54% as the line in the sand for Bitcoin dominance, altcoin rally. As Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins tend to rally. I do think we'll get a drive up here as the FOMO has not set in, not even close. Not even close. Volatility is declining as we are coming upon that green 55. That is a buy setup. Hence why I do believe we could get perhaps one more bounce to the highs. And yeah, that would be a nice little area to short from right up here as everybody gets super bullish. Okay, back onto the chart, and who's leading the way to the downside? Anything else I wanted to go over? Also wanted to remind us of the CME gap, which is also down here at that 57 to 61,000 level, and we want that to be support for Bitcoin. And more importantly, we don't want to see really, you know, Bitcoin take out this 63.6 daily below there and gap filled. Okay, Dixie, we want to see Dixie to continue to come down. Where are my drawing tools? And looks like we're heading down to the 236 one more time. So that is good. Dixie down. And, you know, dollar down, risk assets up. That's typically the narrative, although not today. Stocks had a big day today, and continuing with the bounce after filling the gap. right in the 618 zone, right in the golden pocket there, and nice bounce. New all-time highs incoming. Jerome Powell, they were bullish with whatever he said today. You know, stocks were up 600 points today. At least the NASDAQ at one point was up 600 points. Okay, since we talked about those meme coins, where am I interested in some memeage? Well, Brett, giving you a opportunity. I don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's going to come much lower. So maybe along this green 55, along the 236, unless Bitcoin gets absolutely schlattered. Degen. Is this really the coin on TON? That can't be it. KNC, KFC. This is the Kyber coin, IMX, and the long apparently hit. The short is continuing with the downside pressure. Losing another level here, and this one looks like a major rejection at the green 55. Volatility now increasing, and you'd expect some follow through on this one. Where's a potential bounce on this one? I'd probably be looking either at the 618 or the 786 for a potential bounce, but this one does look like it wants to make new lows. Mutable X, gaming for life, sir. And another one I wanted to bring up was Pepe, because it does look like it wants to come down to the box of peace and prosperity and death and despair, as we did just play out a bit of a closure below the green 55, and volatility is just increased on the last tick. Well, it could come back down, but lift off, volatility increasing as the stochastic is coming down. Is there any kind of a trend line down there? I guess coming back from up here, way back here. Wow. So bullish divergence. Any kind of a low set, and there will be some very, very nice hidden bullish divergence. Price making higher lows, RSI making lower lows. We really don't want to see this guy get into the bearish control zone. Maybe a tap and then rejection. But after being in it here, getting pushed out, rejected, coming back down, not the look of health and fitness that I'd want to see at the moment. Okay. Next up, Buttercup. Let's take a look at TON. Playing out the bounce. Looks like it does want to head up to retest the breakdown level. And TON, so far, so good. I'd be, you know, technically looking for shorts coming back from that area. But why short the number one coin on Telegram? Doesn't make sense. But technically speaking, that's what you'd be looking for. And then I did say, oh yeah, Pepe, the buying opportunity is down there near the 0.5 in the 618. Honestly, if it comes down there, probably not going to stop. Probably going to come all the way down to 92 cents. So month of August could be brutal for Mr. Pepe, putting in a potential lower high on the weekly. 5 days going to print in 2 days. 4-day just almost printed the lower high. 3-day has the lower high in place. And yeah, that's the first lower high. So will we get a lower low? I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't bet on it. But on the short term, on the 4 hour for Pepe, you do have a load, a whole load, a bearish divergence coming out from this pivot right here. So that was it. Wow, I saw that this morning and I said maybe I should short that, and I didn't take it earlier. Didn't take it all. But that would have been your 1, 2, 3 drives, and shot to the 1618 or to the bottom of the range, which is what we got. So maybe we wick it into this candle. And, you know, the white 200 simple, if we close below there on the 4 hour, that would be very, very bad for this one. Hourly is pointed down. Finally, looks like Pepe is going to give me a little love here and pull back down Charlie Brown. I guess I will add to my short. Probably a bad idea. Probably a bad idea. Now this hammer candle, volatility still increasing. One more drive down would be the ticket, I think. And finally, my little slave bot doing a little work for me. All right. Back into the reason we're here. And that's this. Lots of fun all day, every day. Coming in, make sure you smash the like button, tickle the bell, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do it and join the Discord and the link in the below. Open the short. Okay, everything's getting some love to the downside, which is apparently nice. Apparently nice for those of us who want to play the market to the downside. Pepe, man, these things will just run right away from you. They will. They will just move that price right away from you. All right, next point of contention here. We talked about Bitcoin dominance. We talked about the dollar, and the other one to keep your eye on is not the 10-year treasury, but the 30-year. No, the 30-year coming into some support here. Interest rates go up, typically stocks go down, right? Why take the risk when you can get more interest? Now, there's plenty of risk to be taken and had in this market right now. Here's a potential long setup, which is on the 8-hour time frame for Mr. Ethereum. Now, with the market pulling back in general, this is not an ideal setup. I would prefer to wait. In fact, I'd probably be out of this as TP1 already got hit. And yeah, this does look like a bit of a double top for Mr. Ethereum. All right. Ethereum targets down. Where do I think it can go? Honestly, I think we're probably going to bounce sooner than later. I probably don't think we take out this wick. I don't think, and I definitely don't think Ethereum below 2,800 probably. And again, don't quote me. I'm not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think more likely than not, Ethereum has done its job. But the ETH Bitcoin chart will tell you different. And I was looking at this morning and saying, look, we can just move this over here. And we still need to do the same thing. Make a higher high and a higher low to get the trend reversal as we're still being pushed to the downside. ETH Bitcoin losing hard. Losing hard. Okay. Next one up on the list. Bitcoin dominance, Solana. Let's check out the monthly close. This has been one of the strongest performers. Solana, same higher high, higher low, bearish divergence on the daily. And how many drives do we have? And seeing as how Bitcoin did follow through, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 drives, maybe? No, 2 drives. 1, 2. Okay, plays out. Any more bearish div? All the way from this high right here, several drives. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Back to the bottom of the range for Solana. 150. 150 would be probably the first target right here at 160. We said that'd be a buying opportunity. If that does not hold, yeah, I'd be looking a little bit deeper. Do I think the lows get taken out? No, not unless something catastrophic happens to Bitcoin, like Kamala Harris dumps all the coins, unless that happens. So monthly close happened for this guy on pretty much a bullish engulfing candle. Yeah, that's bullish, guys. So even if we do get that backfill down to 146, which would be the target, the backfill 146.30, which I think most assets are going to do. If you look at Ethereum, oh, that's not the one to look at. We looked at that one. Let's see. AGIX needs a backfill to the other side. This one looking absolutely brutal, brutal, brutal. AGIX. For all I know, though, probably going to bounce from here. I'm actually targeting a move down a little bit deeper. The middle of this wick right here, probably good enough for me. AGIX dumping it hard. Super. Lower high, continuation of the downside. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 down days. Can we get one more down day? I think we can. I think Super wants to give it up. Super is not feeling so super right now, as she is getting red. Red to the downside. Yep. Not exactly a super party right now. Not exactly a super party right now. Could be in the future, though. Could be in the future. All right. There were probably a lot of stops in this area, so wouldn't be surprised to see it get picked up. But more like this area right here. I think this is the area we said. Probably going to come back down to about 56 cents. All right. This has been a long one for me, guys. Near absolutely obliterated. Holy smokes. Near is on the floor. Near getting crushed. Near protocol. I think I've had my fun for the day, guys. Gold back up there at $2,500. Higher highs and higher lows. What is going on for gold? Silver not quite doing the same, but silver follows gold with more gains. Believe it or not, silver and gold both looking bullish, but this is more bearish. This is more M formation. Silver looks like it does want to get a test down to about 26 bucks. All right, I think I've finished my time today. I hope you have a blessed and highly favored rest of your week, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.